Hi, welcome back to episode 20. We have covered 19 episodes so far. How exciting is that? I never, ever thought I'd get so far. So, yes, we are on the 20th episode of Bedtime Stories with VJ. Who's VJ? I'm VJ, and I write stories specially for children, stories that teach them to be brave, to be smart, to be quick thinking, to be fearless, and stories that make my children really, really brave. Stories which are read out at 8 p.m. on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that just before my children go to bed, they can hear these stories and they can dream these same stories in their dreams. So here I am back again with another interesting story, another story where the character had specifically asked me to make her the hero of the story and told me that she loved Kashmir and she wanted to go to Kashmir. So today we are taking Ishnika, our heroine, all the way to Kashmir because that's where she wanted to be. So let's start. There was a girl named Ishnika, and she always wanted to go to Kashmir. She had heard about how beautiful Kashmir is. Ever since she heard about Kashmir, she heard that Kashmir is known as heaven on earth, and she wanted to learn about Kashmir as much as possible. So she would read books and she would surf the internet, whatever she could do to learn about Kashmir. She'd also read that Kashmir is called paradise on earth because of its natural and pristine beauty. The snow capped mountains, the colorful flowers, especially the multicolored tulips, the Jhelum River and the lovely fresh berries, the tasty walnuts and the juicy apples. She also learned that Kashmir is known as the crown of India. And you know why it is called the crown of India? Because if you look at the map of India, Kashmir is right there on top, like the crown of beautiful India. Yay, okay, us. Ishnika has joined, and so has Shonaya. Shonaya, last Friday, I told a story based on you, and today we have Ishnika. This story is just for her, is because of her, and this is for every other child listening to these stories. And did you know Ishnika was also beautiful like Kashmir? She had long hair which her mother plaited in two plaits and tied up. She had two deep dimples in her cheeks, and every time she smiled, the dimples would bury themselves deep into her cheeks, and her dove shaped eyes would twinkle. Now, one Diwali vacation, her father came home and said, Ishnika, I have a surprise for you. And then he covered her eyes and asked her to put out her hands. So she put out her hands. And can't you hear me? Yes, you can. Okay, great. So Ishnika covered her eyes and put out her hands. And her father kept something in her hand and asked her, Guess karo, kya hai? Ishnika guessed. Movie tickets? No. A new book? No. New stickers for my room? No. What is it, Daddy? Finally, her daddy said, Okay, now you open your eyes and look. When she opened her eyes, you know what she saw? She saw tickets to Kashmir for the entire family in her hand. Ishnika was so excited and she danced all around her father. Yeah, hum Kashmir jayenge, Kashmir jayenge. The days before their trip to Kashmir, Ishnika just could not control her excitement. She packed and repacked and unpacked and repacked her bags. She wanted to carry her drawing books, her school books, her books on Kashmir, her iPad, and everything else that she could think of, she wanted to pack. And her mother, Her mother found it so funny. Her mother laughed and said, Kashmir mein you need a sweater and not these books. But Ishnika could care less. She wanted to take everything that she could possibly put in her bag. Hi, Tanvi. Happy to see you also over here. Finally, the day arrived, and Ishnika and her family set off to Kashmir. When the plane landed in Srinagar International Airport, Ishnika could not close her mouth. She stepped out of the airport and went, "It was so beautiful." Ish- Kashmir was so beautiful. It was more beautiful than she expected. It was truly paradise on earth. After checking into the hotel, Ishnika wanted to go out and see everything. But her father thought that it was best. बेटा आज नहीं जाते हैं, आज हम लोग रेस्ट करते हैं. We will get fresh, we will have a bath, get freshened up, we will eat something and today we will relax. And Ishnika thought, कोई करता है क्या ऐसा? हम मुंबई से आए हैं कश्मीर to sleep in the hotel. No, I want to go out. I want to go out. Hi Divisha, glad to see you here. And Divisha, I will have a surprise for you too soon. So stay tuned. So, but everybody, all the adults said, nahi, 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 today we are going to rest. आज नहीं जाना है गए, चुपचाप बैठ जाओ. So what will Ishnika do? She had to listen to her parents. And so she also settled into her room. She went and stood in her balcony and watched as the sun set behind the mountains. And then slowly she saw all the lights in the town shut off because it was night and people were going to sleep. The next morning, Ishnika was awake much before anybody else. And again, she went back into the balcony, and this time she watched the rising sun and daybreak all over Kashmir. Imagine how beautiful that must be. After breakfast, her family decided that they would go to visit the apple orchards in Chandpora. Ishnika was excited. She had read so much about the apple orchards of Chandpora, and you know what? Apples were her favorite fruit. Even I love apples. I think they're so yummy. So, Ishnika, I hope Ishnika apples are your favorite fruit because that's what I've made here. So, the family went to an orchard in Chandpora and they met a local guide, Kareem. Kareem was supposed to take them around the orchard and explain all about farming techniques and show them around the valley. Everyone followed Kareem in a single file. You know what a single file is? When they all stand one behind the other in one single line, and they followed Kareem as he showed the trees and explained what kind of soil they need to grow. Uh, he explained, is there a voice problem with my voice? I think that's the network problem. Hopefully, you can hear the whole story without it getting too disrupted. So, anyways, they saw the entire orchard and then finally, after an hour of walking around, Kareem said, "You know what? Agar if you want to help, you can help the farmer pluck the apples." How exciting is that? I would love to do it. Everyone was excited. Kareem took Ishnika and her family to meet the farmer, Abdul, and told Abdul that these people want to help you pluck the apples. Now, Abdul was happy. If tourists have come to pluck apples, it means he doesn't have to pay them, na? पैसे बच गए और काम भी हो गया. So, Abdul happily agreed. He said, okay, okay, you come, I'll tell you how to pluck the apples. So, he explained how to choose the apple, how to pluck an apple. You cannot just pluck it like this. You cannot just shake the branch. You cannot throw stones at the branch. You have to carefully pluck the apples. And then he showed them how they're supposed to clean the apples and put them in the basket. Everyone listened intently. And then they had a lot of questions. अच्छा ये एप्पल तोड़ सकते हैं, ग्रीन होगा तो तोड़ सकते हैं, कितना रेड होना चाहिए, ब्लैक हो गया तो तोड़ सकते हैं, गिर गया तो क्या करेंगे? Oh my God, so many questions, so many questions. Farmer was getting tired. Abdul said, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, let us go. And then they all went into the orchard to pluck apples. Ishnika was very happy, very excited, and soon she was engrossed in plucking apples. She would look, search for the best looking apple. She would pluck it. She would stretch out her arm. She would pluck the apple. She would shine the apple with the cloth that was given to her. And then she would make it shine till it shone like a twinkling star or like a diamond. And then she would put it in her bag. And she kept singing along the way. She sang and plucked and kept and cleaned and put it in her basket. Soon Ishnika's basket was full of apples, and her hand got tired of carrying them. So she put the basket down, and then she looked up and stretched. And then you know what happened? When she stretched, she realized that there was nobody around her. Where were her mama, papa? Where did mommy go? Where did daddy go? Where's everybody else? Where's Karim uncle? Where's Abdul uncle? She couldn't see anybody. She turned round. Nobody. She was all alone over there. Then she panicked. She got very scared. Where is everybody? She tried to listen. Can I hear anything? She couldn't hear anybody. She was all alone. You know why? Because she was plucking the apples. She was so focused on plucking the apples that she did not realize that she had strayed from the path. She had walked away from the path. And now she was in a place where she could see nobody, she could hear nobody, and she was lost. She yelled, "Mommy! Daddy!" But nobody could hear her, and she could not hear anything. She started feeling very cold. It happens, no? When we are tired or when we are scared, we feel cold. She started feeling cold. Her eyes welled up with tears, and then she started crying. But you know what is special about Ishnika? She was brave and she could think. So she knew रोने से कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला. Crying is not going to help me. I need to find a plan to get out of here. So she looked around. कुछ मिलता है क्या? Can I see something? Is there a signboard which tells me where I should go? There was nothing. Then she remembered a story that she had read in a book about a boy who got lost in the woods. And you know what the boy did? He climbed the tallest tree, and from the top of the tree, he could spot the village far away. And so he was able to make his way back to the village. Now, Ishnika did not know how to climb a tree, but at that time, she had to climb a tree. You know why? Because she had to find a way out. So she kept her basket down and she climbed the nearest tree. As she was climbing, she fell. She scraped her knee. Blood started coming out, but she did not give up. She was a brave girl. So she climbed, and she climbed the tallest branch of the tree, the highest branch of the tree, and she looked. And you know what she saw? She saw a cluster of colorful clothing far in the distance. And then she looked properly and she saw her bright yellow sweater that her mother was wearing. So she knew Mama is over there. She called out from the tree, "Mommy! Mommy!" but they were so far away they couldn't hear her. So Ishnika had to come with a plan. So she looked in the direction and she said, okay, if I get down and if I walk straight, I think I will reach that place. So she came down from the tree and then she, instead of starting or walking, she found a branch. She removed her scarf. She was wearing a bright red scarf. She removed her scarf and tied it at the top of the branch. And then she held the branch like this. So it is like a flag. The red is fluttering, the red scarf is fluttering. So in one hand she held the flag, in the other hand she took up the basket, and then she started walking in the direction that she had seen. She walked and 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 walked. She was getting tired, but she had to reach the people. So she walked and walked and walked, and after half an hour, she started hearing voices. She started hearing people yelling. And what were people yelling? Ishnika! Ishu! Ishu beta! Ishu cow! Ishu! So she knew people were looking for her. And she started walking fast in the direction of the sound. And before long, she saw her daddy. Her father had seen that flag above all the branches, the red flag, and he had come to investigate what that flag was. And he saw his Ishnika. He was so happy, and Ishu was even more happy to see him. She dropped the flag, she dropped the basket, and ran into her daddy's arms and she hugged him, and she was so happy. She started crying. Now she was crying because she was relieved. She was relieved that she had finally found her parents. Her father also gave her a tight hug. Her mother also gave her a tight hug. And they all were so happy to see her. And her mama said, sorry, beta, we did not realize you were not there. We were so busy plucking apples that we didn't realize. We didn't think that you would walk away from all of us. So, everybody was happy that Ishnika was finally found. Abdul and Karim had also been upset because these people had come to Abdul's farm and Karim had brought them to the farm. इसको कुछ हो जाता तो Abdul and Karim also would have had to go to the police station. Abdul quickly sat down on his knees and thanked God for bringing her back safe. Ishnika told them that, I was so scared and I thought that I was lost, but then I climbed at the tree and then I saw you all. That is why I came in this direction. And so that you could spot me, I tied my scarf like a flag. That is when Karim saw the flag. So, you know what Karim did? He went and he picked up the flag and then he came back and he said, we must thank God because God brought her back to us. But more importantly, we must thank Ishnika's quick thinking. She did not sit over there and cry in despair. She did not sit there and cry thinking, oh, I'm lost now, now everything is only bad things are going to happen to me. No, she used her quick thinking, her presence of mind, and she found a way out of her problem. So that is how Ishnika, using her quick thinking and her presence of mind, was able to save herself from a tough situation. So, my children, what have we learned from today's story? We have learned that if we are in a problem, we can do two things. We can either sit down and cry and think, oh, मेरे साथ ही क्यों ऐसा होता है? Why only bad things happen to me? Or we can think, let me find a solution for this problem. Let me get out of this mess. Let me think of a way out. Correct? I hope my children understand the importance of thinking calmly. Even when you go for exams, if you're going to get worried over there and tense and nervous, then you will not be able to write your papers. But if you take a deep breath, you calm yourself and focus on your question paper, you will be able to write the answers if you have studied, right? So, with that, we end today's episode 20 of Bedtime Stories with VJ, and we will be back again on Wednesday with another story, another hero or a heroine, another intelligent child, another smart child, another child who is there like you to learn something and to share something. All right. Good night. Take care. Sweet dreams and dreams of courage and bravery. Bye bye.